I'm Caitlin. I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter.
This is the Family Showdown!
I'm on. Good evening. Welcome to Family Showdown live. Getting ready to celebrate Hunter's top 100 games. Oh yeah, 'tis the season.
'Tis the season.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh dear, I killed him.
Oh man.
You'll never know what his top 100
Alrighty,
is.
folks. Yes, this is the introduction to my top 100 of all time for 2018. You kind of did a pretty good transition there.
You like that?
I'm
all pro.
First time I did this list was 3 years ago, 2015. I did my top 100, but I only did a video for my top 10, and it was the first video ever put on this channel. So,
And it was hysterical.
and you might find the timing interesting. I actually did my top 100 on kind of a lark from Tom Vassell from the Dice Tower does his top 100 around this time every year. And he has a People's Choice top 100 where you can go and vote on your favorite games. And so I made my list. You only have to vote for 25, but I made all 100. And
he's a nerd.
And I submitted my votes. I thought, maybe I'll make a video of this. And so I stuck my original iPhone camera on a tripod and no microphone, just my iPhone, and I made a very horrendous video of my top 10. It's like this one of the more watched videos.
That's the funny thing, yeah. It got some crazy hits.
And it was horrible, but it was fun to do. I had no clue what I was doing or anything, but I enjoyed it. And I've been doing the list every year since then. So, there you go. There's a little background.
And now you're stuck with us.
Yeah. So, how did I make my list? So here's what I did.
He threw a bunch of names in the air and picked them up off the floor. No?
Possibly.
What?
No. What I did is I go out on Board Game Geek and after I play a game a time or two, or one time, I go out and give it a ranking. I rank it from they have a scale from 1 to 10. I go out and rank it. And then what I do is when I get around to my top 100, I kind of zip through all the ones I've ranked and kind of maneuver them around a little bit if I think they've gone up, down a little bit. So every year I kind of update my rankings. And then what I do is I take that, anything I rated 8 or higher, I figure that's a good dividing line. It may be starting to creep on to 8.5 or 9, but everything I have 8 or higher,
Cool.
I go out to the Pub Meeple. They have a ranking system, and you can basically copy and paste your list of games into that ranking system, and then it does comparisons. It just kind of pops up 2 games, this one or this one, and you pick which one you like out of those 2, and you do that a bunch of times, and eventually it pops out your list in order. So I have 210 games I rank 8 or higher, and that's probably it's not even 10% of the games I've played probably. I ranked those, and I took it out, put it out there, and it took 1,389 comparisons to create my list.
Only you would keep track of that. I swear. I don't look at that number. That number scares me when I do my comparisons because I usually throw in more games than you. So I'm like clicking.
1,389 comparisons, and I got my top 210 games sitting in front of me right here.
Okay.
All right. So there's that. So now, time for some little statistics.
Statistics?
Statistics.
Oh,
For
my
Texas, there's statistics. Statistics.
Teotihuacan.
That's
You Dice Tower peeps will
that's
get that inside joke.
a whole nother story. All right, so
Teotihuacan!
here's some stats on my top 100 real quickly. 19 games went up. 48 games went down and stayed on the list. 5 stayed exactly the same.
5 did?
5 stayed exactly the
Well,
same.
I know you don't look at your list, so that's kind of intriguing to
Yes.
me.
And I intentionally I think I may have had some more games the same last time because when I put my list, I think I put from the best to worst. When I basically by Board Game Geek, I downloaded it and I put them in order from, based on their ranking, and I put them in Pub Meeple. So that's why a lot of them stayed in the same place because the high ranking ones were already at the top of the list. So if they were high ranked last year, but anyway, what I did this time is I alphabetized them.
And you still got them in the
and
five
I still
in
ended
the
up
same
with
place.
5 the same place.
That's crazy.
28 new games, which is it's gone down every year. I think the 2016 I had like
Oh, that was a huge
50
churn.
or 60 new games. And then last year it was 39. This year it was 28. So I think it's going to keep trending down.
I should say, Zachy has a huge prediction.
Yes.
We're going to have a major upset. This is the prediction, okay?
Yes.
War of the Ring is off the list, and Exit is your new #1 game.
Are we saying the game I most want to destroy?
I don't know. Zachy, what is
Games
it?
I most want to destroy. That would be a good list. Games I most want to destroy. So there you go. I won't tell you the names, but the biggest drop was 56 places and stayed on the list.
I think I might know what that is.
And
actually.
the biggest increase was 72 places.
Whoa! But it was on the list.
No, it was not on the list last year and went up 72 spaces.
Well, that's... Duh. That's dumb.
Well, then what the
If
biggest...
it wasn't on
we're
the list
talking the
and
biggest one that stayed, it was on the list and went up?
Yes.
That was on the list
Yes.
last year. The biggest...
Because it can't go up if it's the first time on the list.
But no,
That's
my list
nonsense.
went like 300 places last time.
Oh.
The biggest one that went up that stayed on the list. Oh man, you're making me do stats on the fly here. So far we got 5 places.
You're welcome, Pete.
31 places. 31 places.
That's pretty cool.
That was on the list last year and went up 31
I think I know
places.
what that is.
I think you know a lot of things. So that is the introduction. So I'm very excited. We have not even started filming yet. What?
Somebody's got some editing to do.
We have not started filming yet, but I still hope the first video is Thursday.
It's
two
gonna
days.
Happen. It's gonna happen.
It's either gonna be Thursday or Friday.
gonna
But
happen.
since I didn't have a lot to talk about, because I want to talk about, do stats as I go as the videos, you're getting a bonus tonight.
What?
You're getting a bonus prize. You're getting my 110 to 101
Yeah.
live. And this is kind of twofold. It's one, a bonus for coming and watching. The second is, I'm wondering if I could do these live.
Well, oh, you changed your mind again?
No,
He's fickle.
not this year.
Fickle like the winds.
Not this year.
Like the wind.
Not this year. In a future year, I'm wondering how it goes over live. So
You've had people vote on this, and a whole discussion and shenanigans
I like
last
doing
year.
live stuff, though. I like seeing people make fun of me.
It is pretty funny.
Makes me feel good.
Let the animal comments begin.
My first video is animal comments. No, so let me sure I went over everything I wanted to go over. That's pretty much it. So here we go. Right into...
The only thing... Okay, I'm curious now. Hold on, because you're like... Now all of a sudden they're like, live. And I'm... Wait, what?
I'm not doing them live this year.
Oh, you're thinking about getting all the editing and stuff done so that you could throw all this together live next year?
No. Next year, just doing it live.
Just straight up?
Yeah. I guess not.
Tommy, you enjoy making fun of me.
All right, here we go. Here we go. My number 110.
Aw, that's cool.
110.
Bring it.
Here it comes. I even did pre-editing here, so I got to be my own technician here.
What?
My number 110
Oh, you should tell me. I would have
is
sat there. Oh my gosh, look at all the stats.
Ink and Gold.
Classic.
110. And so I have the stats down in the below. This is how it's going to be when I edit it.
So this is how it's gonna be.
This is how it's going to be. It has I have every year where it ranked.
So you're saying it's right there?
Right there.
Behold.
Ink and Gold, number 110. This has slowly creeped down my list, and the reason it has is because we play the mess out of this game. We play this game all the time. Or used to, anyway. It's kind of cool.
Now it's a tournament game. Well, it's cool just because we have so many stinking games now, really, more than anything, because we still love to pull this out for family occasions and tournaments and Ooh. In fact, I may be taking that to my board game thing tomorrow, actually. So don't put that up. Yes.
So Ink and Gold is a pressure luck game where you're going down in a dungeon amongst many explorers going down in the dungeon, and as you go, you get more and more treasures. You build up treasure, but at some point you got to make an exit, or monster's gonna kill you and you die, or traps or whatever.
It's like zombie dice, but with more game.
So the way I play this game, this is the way I play Ink
dies.
and Gold. No, not necessarily. I play like when I'm going down in the dungeon. I play until I look down at the gems in front of you, and I go, "Wow, that's a lot of gems," and that's when I leave. If any
But
point,
that doesn't happen until there's like 40 of them.
So at any point I look down and I'm not totally amazed by the number of gems in front of me, I stay in the dungeon. So, number 110, Ink and Gold. My 109 is...
So that win versus the internet didn't save the game? Didn't bring it up into your top 100?
it kept it close, I guess. All right, my number 109 is... Here it comes. It is...
Ooh.
In the Year of the Dragon.
What just happened? There's a Feld game outside of the top 100?
In the Year of the Dragon. So here's what I've discovered with my Felds. So, story time.
Oh, no.
Story time.
Oh,
So,
what? Oh, okay.
I've discovered I do not like the punitive Felds as much as the other ones.
Ah, okay.
I don't like the games where you're like struggling to survive, struggling to get ahead. It feels like you're not accomplishing anything. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. I'm not a fan. As much of a fan. I love the game. I mean, it's in my top 110, but I prefer the happier Felds. The happier Felds.
He likes sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, I just this one and another one that shall not be named.
But it will be.
But it will be, possibly. It's just a struggle. I mean, it's like you build up your beautiful little house, beautiful little houses here on the back.
True. That's true.
You build them up, and then something happens and it blows up your houses.
Now, do you think that this might change if we played it again, though? We haven't played this particular one in a while.
That's a good point, and I was going to mention that, but I can mention it now. This year, I was much more punishing ranking-wise on games we haven't played in a long time.
Okay. That kind of leads me then to my next question. What do you look for when you rank a game? Obviously, this year, recent plays weighed more heavily for you than...
Overall enjoyment, how much I want to play it regardless if I played it or not.
Okay.
Experiences.
Okay.
Just how much fun I have playing the game. I mean, but if I looked at the game and I go, if 2 games, let's say 2 games are very similar in how I feel about them, and I've played this one within the last 2 or 3 months, I haven't played this one in like 2 years, I clicked the other one. Even if it was close, I always picked the one I played recently. Because I think there's some credence, is that the right word I'm looking for? To why I haven't played these games. Because I have options where I walk over and just pick a random game for us to play. Why do I pick certain ones over others? There's got to be something behind that, right? Even if I may feel the same about a game, if I'm not ever picking it to play, that should tell you something. But there's like X number of failed games I would grab before I'd grab this one. So there you go.
That's cool.
Credence.
Clearwater Revival. Hey, you know what? I kind of... Tommy said it too. Ah, Jinx! Ah, that's hilarious. So, they're talking too about like not enjoying punitive games if it's like individually punitive, but if it's a co-op game, it's okay. Like they said, it's okay if we all die, but if it's individually, don't enjoy it as much.
I don't like co-ops either. So
he doesn't play co-ops either. He's just a cranky old man. I'm telling you.
He I want my games happy and competitive. All right,
that's funny.
Let's move on.
I like it.
The next one's gonna make Rebecca sad. She's gonna cry.
Am I gonna have to punch you off
screen? She's gonna cry a little tear for the next 108. My 108 is
what?
Oops, wrong picture.
You say you like happiness and happy games.
Pursuit of Happiness. Just proof that I don't know why I have the picture and the box just to prove I own it. I guess. Pursuit of Happiness. This box is like...
Chock full of goody goodness.
Yeah, it's like...
Happiness. It's chock full of happiness.
What happened to this box?
You must be storing it sideways.
Oh my goodness. I didn't see that. Alright, Pursuit of Happiness. It barely made my list last year, and it's off the list this year. I enjoyed the game. I think I enjoy... I don't know how to explain it. I enjoy the end result of the game more than I enjoy the game.
What?
Yeah, I think it's funny and there's funny moments, but really in the grand scheme of things, it's just a very super light worker placement game.
Yeah. But it's gamer life. Gamer life is happiness.
Round upside down.
What is going on with the pets?
They're fighting each other. So Pursuit of Happiness, it barely made my list last year, and it's, like I said, it's off. I just think it needs, I don't know. It just seems like the majority of the enjoyment I get out of it is just looking at the cards and laughing, but the motions, going through the motions of the game itself doesn't do much for me. Just saying. So now we got 2 pictures here.
But your board game and your stereo collection and your motorcycle and your wild lifestyle. Man.
Sorry. These are all great games.
No, they're awesome. They're awesome.
I'm talking.
My job here is to heckle.
So, all these are great. All these are great games. They're just not quite great enough to make my list. Pursuit of Happiness.
The views of certain people on the show do not reflect the views of other people.
So this is a card drafting game. It's worker placement card drafting, and you're basically building a tableau of activities and jobs and relationships and stuff like that. It's like Life, the board game.
It is
the Gamer Life board game.
It's Gamer Life.
Gamer Life.
It's greatness.
Not a gamer's life, but Gamer Life.
Yeah, it's Gamer Life.
Number 108.
It's Gamer Life.
Pursuit of Happiness.
It should go up, 40 rankings, but whatever, it's okay.
Well, you can talk about it more.
I will.
When
I
your
will.
list comes along. Now, number 107.
Oh, do tell.
Is another Feld.
What? What is going on with the universe? Did the Mayan calendar end?
Should I take the picture off if I have the game?
I don't know.
Let's do that.
Maybe people like to look at it.
Luna.
In stereo.
So Luna, this is another one that suffered from the haven't played Z's. We just haven't played this in a long, long time. I enjoy the game. I think it's a great game, but it's just not getting played. I don't remember the last time we played this game.
I can tell you, but I don't have my phone on me.
It was at least...
It was this year.
No way.
Yeah, way.
I can't believe it was this year.
I'm pretty sure.
It didn't leave much of an impression on me.
Wow, ouch.
But Luna, the way Luna works
Luna.
is you have these worker guys, and there's all these islands around a castle, and you move your guys between islands, and then there's this priestess that's going around and gives you happy stuff if you're on the island she's on. And then there's this evil dude that's walking around.
And he doesn't give you happy stuff.
He gives you sad stuff if you're on the island he's on.
Can you please start doing board game reviews like this?
And then you're building up a area control type thing going on inside the castle.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Please, let's start doing board game reviews. The semi-vague thingy game with stuff.
Luna. One of the probably the lesser known / played Felds. There you go. Luna. What?
Nothing.
You think it should be higher?
I honestly don't know. I haven't ranked my games, obviously, but I don't know. I Felds, I don't know, have a special spot for me.
Certain Felds do. They're peppered all through my top 100.
It's true. They used to be in a solid lump, but now he's kind of let them.
We played a lot of games, like a ridiculous number of games.
It's true.
All right, there you go. Luna. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Kabuki, you own 0 Felds? My goodness.
All right.
That's okay.
Number 106.
I only judge Hunter, no one else.
106 is...
Ooh, another goodie.
Dungeon Pets.
This game is so cute.
So it was just off my list last year, and it's just off the list again this year.
But it's holding steady then.
I mean, I think I like the concept of this game quite a bit. I think it would be higher on my list. I just have this visions of, what's the name of the game? it's an old video game where you had a dungeon and Dungeon Keeper. When I first, I wanted it to be like Dungeon Keeper, and it's kind of part of Dungeon Keeper.
Yeah.
If you played the Dungeon Keeper game, basically the Dungeon Keeper is you have have a dungeon full of monsters, and you basically raise them and train them. They go to training rooms, and you build them up, and then adventurers come and attack your dungeon, and then you have to send your monsters out to fight the adventurers and keep the adventurers from taking over your dungeon. And you have like a treasure room in the middle of the dungeon, and then the adventurers, if they get to it, they start stealing your stuff. But this is kind of just the raising the animals, the monsters part
and
of
then
it.
selling them.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fairly, it looks like a little kids game, but it's
actually pretty heavy.
It's a fairly weighty worker placement game. So.
Yeah, I like you guys. Most of you, everyone's like, "Oh, Dungeon Keeper" on the chat, and then in the middle of it, Tommy goes, "Tamagotchi pets." I like that.
So yeah, it just reminds me. That's what I hoped it would be, and it's like a piece of that. So I think that's why. I guess I had higher expectations
of
that
what you're doing with it.
Because I had this whole vision of raising the monsters and fighting things and stuff like that, and it's not that at all. It's raising the monsters, and then you can either, I think you can sell them, or you can take them to like a beauty pageant or something, or put them on auction or something. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it's a nice looking little game, and it's fun, and it's, if you're looking for a mid to heavy Euro.
Yeah, it's a very unique theme too for something that heavy. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons it stays pretty solid.
And it's pretty.
In the list.
It's a thematic. It's a pretty thematic.
Yeah,
for,
it's very
for
thematic.
for a Euro game. Anyway,
so it's pretty funny.
there it is. My 106. It was 103 last year, so holding steady, which is saying a lot because 28 games moved past it.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive.
It didn't get pushed down.
Jay Dauber, you haven't played any of those games? No, don't feel way behind. We're still catching up. We've been trying to for how many years?
All right, my number 100. I got a story for 105.
Uh-oh. Once upon a time.
So I'm going to start the story with a stat. So of my top 100, I do not own 4 of them.
Okay.
Until not an hour ago, until lunch today, I did not own this game.
Okay.
So my 105 is...
Till lunch today. Oh my gosh.
The Gnomes of Zavendor! So, here's story time. So, we're having a game day this weekend, so I went out and bought... did a lunchtime field trip to the...
Unsupervised.
The local comic book store and game store, and to get Hell Hydra. And so I was wandering around. I always do it once around the store just to see if I see anything.
Just once? No, let's tell the truth. You usually do like 20 laps.
Well, I was at my lunch break, so I had to make it quick.
Okay.
So I did it once around the store, and as I was walking out, I just happened to notice this. I was like, there's a whole row of games. I'm like, those games aren't normally there. What are all those games? And then I kind of panned down looking at them. And I saw 70 to 90% off. I'm like, what just happened? And so I'm looking through and I'm going, oh man, I'm on my phone looking up games. I haven't heard of like 95% of these games. Going through and I'm like, oh, I don't really want any of these. And I happened to glance up, way up, like top row was almost empty, but a few games up at the top. And I saw the Gnomes of Zavendor for $5.
That's insane.
$5. So my 105 Gnomes of Zavendor. This one gets the haven't played the punishment because I've only played it once and that was a while back.
You played it twice. No, I played it without you.
You played it without me.
That's
I played
right.
this once and it was a while back. So that's why it dropped a lot. I mean, it dropped, as you can see, it dropped, what, 46 spaces? So it dropped a lot. But I think once I get this played again, it's going to go eventually go up again.
So tell me about Spreadsheet the game.
It's not Spreadsheet the game. It just has one of the things I loved about it. It has a true resource management economy. So basically, as you buy and sell resources, they go up and down. This is similar to what is now in Clans of Caledonia, has that same kind of mechanism. As you buy more, it goes down. As you sell more, it goes down. As you buy more, it goes up. So it's pretty cool. And you got a kind of a hidden. You go around with your little guys and your mining stuff, and you kind of exploration type thing going on. So it's just a really cool little game. But
no, it is. It actually
apparently not cool enough if they're selling it for $5.
Whatever, their loss. our game.
So
Tommy wants you now to pimp out the game with gems and stuff now, since you only spent $5 on it.
I probably could. It would be cool to get some green and blue and red gems.
That would be
stuff.
fun. I like that idea.
Anyway, Gnomes of Zavendor. I'm curious. Let's see what it was selling for before they marked it down. See if I can do that. This is a little bonus. Little bonus dead air.
Here's some fun about Madness Comics. I don't think I've ever seen them do a sale like that. Have you?
It was $49.99, and they marked it down to $5. So there you go.
Wow. Okay, guys, if you're ever in town, go visit Madness, just in case.
All right. So anyway, that was story time. So it's basically it's basically an economic system with resource management. There you go.
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
Well, I want to do story time. I like my story. If no one else liked it, I liked it. All right, my note 104 is... Oop, that's the picture.
What?
Let's just do that. I don't want the picture. I want the text. Text is Airlines Europe.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
It has fallen. This was tippy top of my list several years ago, and it's just slowly going... The reason is... If I want to play a stock game, I want more oomph to it. This is stock light, I guess. It's just stock light.
Girls probably to the point where they could be playing.
Yeah, this is a great maybe next step game. It could probably be used as a gateway game, but if you play Ticket to Ride, this may be a next step for Ticket to Ride. So you have a little bit of a economic system, a very light economic system tacked onto Ticket to Ride. So basically you're building routes like you do in Ticket to Ride, but in this game you can buy shares of stock in different airlines. As the routes of the airlines get longer and longer, the stock value goes up and up, and you get bonuses for having the most of a particular stock. And one that has a long route is going to be worth a ton of money, and one that has just a smaller route may not. It's not going to be worth as much. So, like I said, just a little bit of an economy tacked on to Ticket to Ride. And it's a nice looking game. You got cool little airplanes for the trains.
Yeah,
and
they're
Ticket
cute.
to Ride.
They're cute little minis. They're adorable.
So, there you go.
I like this game a lot.
Yeah, this is just slowly going down the list. This is still a game that I'll pull out.
Oh, anytime.
For a convention. If
Oh,
someone's
yeah, that'd be a good one.
like, I said, what do you like? I like Ticket to Ride. I go, hey, you want something a little more? And then this is the game I'll go grab. So,
There you go.
there you go.
Good pick.
All right. So my number 103
Oh my goodness.
is really suffering from the no playsies because I think we've only played this game one time. Because let me get a little preamble here. This was billed as Twilight Imperium Light.
Oh, okay.
And so I rushed out because it plays 2-player, supposedly plays 2-player, and it plays in a lot less time. So I didn't do as much research. This was back probably before I didn't do as much research on this. I just went off the Twilight Imperium 3 Light. So I went out and bought it. If I would have done more research, I probably wouldn't have purchased it because when you play 2-player, like all the diplomacy and trading and stuff just goes out of the game.
It's
and
out.
it just becomes a combat game. You're just like exploring in
Yeah.
combat. It took all the
That's true.
Took all the stuff I like most in those type of games, the diplomacy and the negotiation and the trading and things like that, and just kicked it right out of there for 2-player.
But I don't know. The
I talked a lot.
I do
Let me go ahead and
enjoy-
pull it out.
I
in case
enjoy it
people
so
don't know.
much.
Exodus Proxima Centauri is the game. Let me get the...
I like the combat in this one though, and I feel like it's easy to crank out the ships if you nuke everybody.
There you go. So yeah, I mean it's got a lot of the TI type stuff. You're going out and you're exploring areas. You're taking over territories. You're gaining more resources. You're building up your different abilities and tech. But all the trading and stuff and diplomacy is gone when you play 2-player.
Have we played this?
We have only played this once, and we've only played it 2-player. That's why it's dropped.
Are you sure we haven't played that twice?
Huh?
We've only.
We've only played this once, and we got this game like right at the beginning of, like the end of last year. We got it. We didn't play it until.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
It's never been on my list. So.
We need to try it multiplayer.
Yeah, we probably need to break this out
I wanna
with
try it
more
multiplayer.
players because I mean it's.
Because I didn't. I'm not real crazy about battles a lot of times, but if I recall correctly, I didn't mind it so much. in this
Zaki's
game.
on.
Zachy's been on.
I just realized he was on.
Zachy's been commenting these.
It's like 4 in the morning. What is he doing? Well, welcome. So, I don't know if he's ever been on.
Yeah, briefly before, I think.
I don't think he's ever been on. Anyway, yeah, I would not mind trying this with more players just to see what it's like. Because I don't think I've got the full experience of this game. I think we got a very partial experience. And the way it worked with 2 players is that we had one fight right at the end of the game, and that's the only time we fought because we didn't have any reason to fight.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyway, it's got lots of cool little ships and, like I said, all the upgrades and cool stuff like that. But it plays probably, probably in a third the time of TI4.
Yeah.
So
less than that.
There you go.
Less than that.
All right.
One big nuke.
My number 102.
That's true. The nukes in games.
102 is
Ooh.
Fields of Arle.
I do like that game too. I like that game.
So
Is this the... Yeah, that's the one with all the choices.
So
okay.
I really enjoyed this game.
Ouch.
I think this suffers from the Uwe glut of games, and this is kind of like, if I never played any other game of his and I played this one, I would probably think this is a crazy amazing, but I prefer 3 or 4 of his games over this one.
Uwe, you spoil us!
So
yes,
yeah,
that's true.
there is a large number of games of his that I prefer over this one. It's a great game. It's awesome. It's 2-player only. Well, you can play it solo supposedly, but they came out, either it's come out or they're coming out with an expansion that can play 3 players. So I don't know if that's to US yet. I'm not sure if it's made it to us yet. But you can play it 3 players instead of 2 players. Mm. And it's just it's one of his games, great things where you start out with an area that's completely undeveloped. You have to clear areas out, you build stuff on it, you do all kinds of farming, you get wagons to deliver your goods. It's a really great game, but like I said, there is just so many, he's made so many great games that some of them have to just fall off the list because there's so many good ones.
If you can tell, we like Uwe.
Yeah.
A lot. Rosenberg's got some
you'll
goodies.
be hearing his name a lot in my list, but this one didn't quite make it. Just this much. It was the bottom of my list last year. It's barely off the list this year.
Are you getting to where you like Rosenberg more than Feld?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Just checking, because we've had
a
couple of Felds, and then...
We own twice as many Felds as we do Uwe games.
Semantics.
All right. Last but not least, the one that just missed my list.
The Squeaker.
And the reason it just missed my list is we've only played it once.
Lame.
We've only played it once.
Gotta fix that.
I know, we gotta fix that. We've only played it once. I really enjoyed it, but...
I would hope, because it's your number 100.
101.
Whatever.
But I want to play it some more because I'm not... It's one of the... Usually when I play a game one time, I've usually got a pretty good feeling like, oh, I really like this, or oh, I hate this.
You put a meh game on one.
No, I really enjoyed it. I just think it has the potential to be even better.
Oh, okay,
I think it was just...
okay.
It was just a... I need to know more. It's one of the few games where I need to know more about whether it's going to go up or not. So I think it's going to go up, but I only played it once. And that is The Godfather.
Yes.
Corleone's Empire giant heavy game.
Okay, this game is gold, baby.
So this game was, like I said, I really enjoyed it. But I don't know. I think it can go up or down depending on how...
Well... The last time we played this game was hysterical.
It was hysterical, but I don't... was it the ending? Something about... I think the ending was kind of anticlimactic. I think we knew who was going to win.
Well, yeah, because after someone lit off a car bomb in a neighborhood that happened to have a certain other player that was kind of like a side...
What do you mean, me?
Collateral
I wouldn't
damage.
do something like that.
Yes, you totally would. Didn't you blow up Tommy?
I blew up like 10 people with one bomb.
And then what if you blew me up just trying to get to him or something? I don't even remember now. It was just nonsense and shenanigans, and it was hilarious.
Was it Tommy wasn't there, was he?
Yeah. It totally was Tommy.
No, it was Tommy. It was Austin.
Or was it Austin?
It was Austin.
It was one of you troublemakers.
It was
one of you troublemakers.
It was Austin.
I just remember my goal was to make some of you guys sleep with the fishes. Because that's the best phrase.
Anyway, this is a worker
ever.
placement game
Love that.
based on the Godfather theme.
It's so hilarious.
It's got some cool aspects
You
to it.
throw the meeple or person into the river when you kill them. It's awesome.
It's a really fun worker placement game. It's
Okay, it was Austin. It wasn't Tommy.
it's very unusual.
Tommy's saying he did.
It's very unusual. It's got a lot of take that game. It's a Euro game with a ton of take that.
It's the Godfather.
But I'm saying it's unusual in that way. It's a Euro game. You go to put dude down. You get resources to do things, and it's cards and things like that.
But you're on somebody's turf.
But what was that?
That's as close as I got.
But
people.
it is a ton of take that. It is very take that-y. So can it be a Euro game with a ton of take that?
Take that thingy in a game. I like these reviews. We should stick with this.
What? I've always done reviews like this.
Take that-y.
Very
tactics.
take that-y. But it's really cool.
Yeah,
the
it
components
does.
The components are way overdone for what it is.
But that's why it's so cool.
I guess
This
that's
game-
Lane's
this is-
trademark is overproduction.
Well, that's why it's with CMON. They love to do like the crazy over like the top meeples and minis and all that good stuff. Yeah, see, I like it has that hint of Blood Rage in it where
It
you're
does.
doing
It's
so
area
much Euro
control
stuff,
and
but
take
you're
that.
take that and you're it's just very smooth play and it's just so hilarious.
I like the little briefcase 10 boxes where you put your money in. So
Yeah, it's totally a hybrid game. I think so.
But when I think what really kind of put me on the fence is that at the end of the game we didn't even need to add up our scores. We knew who won. So, but that's a lot of Euro games end up that way too, though. So I shouldn't really punish it too much for that. Like I said, I want to play it some more. I want to get this game to the table. It just has that evil thing on it that says 2 to 5, but
No. I don't know. Didn't we play 4 or 4 or 5?
we played it 4.
4 was awesome.
Yeah.
4 was
So
hilarious.
we haven't played it 2-player yet, so I can't speak to it. Maybe that's what we need to do. We need to play this 2-player. See what it's like.
I'm so gonna get a car bomb.
So the 2-player version, I mean, I read the rules that you just cover up a lot of the places, like in most worker placement
You know what
games.
I want to get? I'm gonna steal one of the girls' plastic horses and I'm sawing off the head. And that's gonna be our first player. No, I want a real 3-dimensional. I'm just
guess.
saying.
Well, there you go, folks. There is 110 to 101. So next time.
Hunters has a double quote in the video title. What?
What?
Oh, Hunter. You put
Did
a
I?
quotation instead of an apostrophe.
Oops. Sorry.
Thanks, Kabuki.
It was like 2 in the morning.
No excuses. The grammar police are arresting anyway. Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Am I able to edit that?
Not right now, probably.
I bet I can.
That's dark. I'm now dark just because I wanted to get a plastic horse head for the game. Hey, that game, that's the only thing the game's missing. Come on, tell me that wouldn't be hilarious to throw a horse head to somebody. You're the first player now. That's greatness. Now you got him. He's fixing typos. This is the most thrilling ending to your top
I didn't even
10.
update it. All right, so what I was saying, next time we're going to have we're going to keep our Tuesday night show. We're still going to keep cranking those away. We're going to be doing top 10s and Q&As and our normal live plays and junk like that on Tuesdays. But the plan is every Tuesday and Thursday to also release a produced, edited, not live, top in groups of 10. So it should take us 5 weeks?
You're the math guy
to knock all those out. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna have our regular stuff plus our produced stuff. Last year, I think we skipped a lot of our live stuff because we had those videos going.
We did,
and we don't intend to do that this year. So. There
hey,
you go.
no, okay. You guys want me to explain how I'm going to explain the horse head sawing to the children? A, it's going to be a toy they don't use anymore, obviously. I'm not pulling a Sid. And then, B, I'll be like, hey, when you're old enough, I'll show you this movie, and it explains everything. Boom.
Happened?
Story done. They were asking how I'd explain this to my children, but I'm like, I need a horse head. Probably not the strangest thing I've asked them, I'm just saying. They're used to, I'm the crazy person. And he's cackling. See, he knows.
All right.
What? asked.
All right, so you guys got any questions before we wrap up? I think we that was a lot.
That's messed up, Jobby.
Those are a lot of amazing games. They should be in someone's top 100.
Wow. Yeah, no kidding. What's up with that?
Just not mine.
Boo! Heckling yourself? Heckling the games? Are you heckling the games? They can't defend themselves.
I think some of those will be in your top 100.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I honestly don't know yet. I haven't done it. It's crazy.
So the goal for Rebecca's, since we're just killing time, the goals for Rebecca's is to actually start it within 2018. Last year we waited until January, so this year we're going to try to actually make a 2018 list.
In 2018?
In 2018.
Well, here's the thing. I usually have to do it because of school and stuff, but we're going to try to have me do it during Thanksgiving break instead of all the way at Christmas break this year. I'm not taking the master's classes anymore. That's a huge help.
Well, if we could do that, then we would finish up right around the first of the year.
Mm-hmm. So that would be like almost flawless.
Almost first of the year. Not quite.
Right, you freaks. Everyone's like, oh, to be a fly on the wall in that house.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
you don't want to be a fly on the wall in our house. All right, I think we are done, folks. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the people that stayed up until 4 a.m.
Yeah, what just... Gaming Wife jumped on and scared all of us. What just happened? Did he buy you a game?
I think he logged into her account accidentally.
I bet. Oh, we have a hacker. Buki, you're going to have to block Gaming Wife.
How many plays of Xayah have we played with the expansion? I want to say...
A handful.
2 or 3 times with the expansion.
Oh, yeah, probably
I know
3.
we played... I think we played twice, just us.
Yeah.
And then we played one game with 4? Is it 4?
4 or 5,
4 or 5, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's great. It's a great one. That one's really fun.
But it works well 2 players.
They fixed it with the expansion. They fixed that, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you were holding off because the whole 2-player mess with Xayah, the expansion fixes that, and it is fun. I love it.
I think our 2-player games of Xayah always starts out the same. We kind of do our own thing for a while.
And then I annoy Hunter by winning with the merchant.
And then I'm like, she has to die. At some point, about mid-game, I go, she has to die, and I start loading up.
It's really amazing. I'm still around here, guys.
And missiles and lasers.
He says this stuff all the time, not just during games. I'm just kidding.
Oh, the question will be a wrap-up game. Yes. There will be a live post video, post after party video. We'll do it live, like this one.
Partay.
And then I can actually talk more about specifics on
without
games.
being a spoiler.
Right. I can actually talk specifics about the games, about games that gone up and down and changed and
games
things
with
like
animals.
I can't be specific right now, but I can afterwards. That's why I do an after party.
Dan is asking chat in the comments for the next video.
So chat in the comments. You could. The videos are going to probably go up.
Oh, poor Zaggy. Yeah, don't stay up till 4 a.m. We love you and all, but stay sane, my friend. Stay sane. Oh, whoa. People are asking us stuff.
I know.
Mini expansion for Xayah? Ooh.
Yes, I did.
You got to playtest it. Ooh.
Yeah, I bought the, what's it called? Missions or something like that. I can't remember what the name of it is. But yeah, I backed that. And what else we got?
Role player? The little role player pack.
I did not get there's supposed to be a mini expansion. I got the full expansion. I didn't get the mini expansion.
Yes, we got Hail Hydra.
Yes, we just bought. That's what actually I went to the store to get today.
Yeah.
And I ended up with gnomes. I got gnomes of Zavendor and mines of Zavendor for $5 each.
And then
Hail Hydra.
Hail
for
Hydra.
The game this weekend. We're playing it this weekend.
Woo woo!
And I want to be Hydra.
Of course you will.
I'll be Hydra even if I'm not Hydra.
Don't use horses in your games with animals.
All right, let's wrap her up. So next time we'll see you live next Tuesday, 1 week from today, but expect
the unexpected.
A video between
Spanish
now and then,
Inquisition.
my 100 to 91.
What? Nice.
Excited.
Actually, I am too. I'm very curious. I'm dying of curiosity now. With all the shenanigans with this last 10.
The list is right here.
Oh, you guys can zoom in. You can totally cheat.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap her up.
Ooh. Dinosaur TV. What? Oh, my goodness. Madness sale. All right, people. It was awesome to see you. Get some sleep. and play more games.
We'll
Play
see.
all the games.
We'll see you soon.
See you in a week.
Bye.
Bye.